Hi, it's Graham Frame here, and I am the founder and administrator of the free cash system, which we are pre-launching through itshappeningsoon.com. What we're doing here is we are modeling a 20-year-old business that is generating billions of dollars. And what you can see here on the screen is the total cash generated in 2014 by this business, and that was $99.5 billion with a B dollars, which you can see here. The actual gross income that the company made from that in that time was $11.94 billion, which you can see here, and that is 12% of the total cash generated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that and break it down a little bit further. Here now we have that income of $11.94 billion, and they actually have 195 million members. Okay, they've got a lot of members generating that. So the annual income that the company generates per member on average is just $61.23. So the company is making on average through its membership $61 a year. If we look at that as a monthly income, they're making just $5 a month from each member that they have on average. They might be making nothing from some, and they might be making hundreds of dollars from others, but on average they're making $5 per month per member. And remember, that is a 12% figure. So if we divide that figure by 12 to get 1%, the 1% is just 43 cents. And the reason I'm doing that is just because we're paying out 2% and 6% on tiers, on the different tiers. And so we need that figure to calculate the potential income that you have from your team. Because we are modeling this site, we're not going to be in competition with them, we are going to be complementary to this existing business. So it's not a case of us competing with them, it's a case of us doing a very similar thing. We're changing, tweaking, making a few tweaks, but we're doing something very, 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 very similar to this existing business. And so there is no reason why we won't generate the same sort of monthly income per member. Okay, that's just $5, remember. And a 12th of that is just 43 cents. So now let's just have a look at some figures that you will often see bandied about. Now I'm encouraging you to go out and get yourself 100 members. Between now, we are on the 1st of December, and our launch date, we're probably going to have 50-60 days. So you're looking at just 2 members a day that you introduce. They get $10 paid into their commission account as soon as we launch. So it's a no-brainer really. People register, they get involved, and then they can use the system to build an income, either through building members or through using the system in the same way that those 195 million members are using the business we're modeling. Now you will see things like this. You get 100 and they each get 100, which is 10,000, and they each get 100, so you've got 1 million people on level 3. Now you and I both know that that is not real. That is not going to happen. But what I want to show you is through my almost 30 years experience in the home business industry, I want to show you what will happen. Okay, this is looking at things realistically, based on my experience in the home business industry for, as I say, almost 30 years. If you get 100 people, you sponsor 100 people, which is down to you. I can't make you do it. It's up to you. But it's not a big task. They don't have to pay anything. All they have to do is get involved. And they'll get $10 paid into their commission account. So you go out and you get 100 people. Now, I know for a fact, and I've tracked this over several businesses that I've owned, businesses that I've been a top distributor in, businesses that I've seen other people in. And I know for a fact that only about 1 in 7 of those people is going to duplicate your efforts. So out of 100 people, you're going to get about 14 people that are going to take this seriously, and they're going to go out and get 100 people. So you're going to get 1,400 people on tier 2. That means you've got 86 people that aren't really going to be serious about this. And what are those 86 people going to do? Well, some of them are going to do nothing. Some of them are going to get pretty involved and maybe bring in 50 people. A lot of them will probably bring in 5 or 6. Some of them will bring in 15 or 20. But on average, you can probably expect that they're going to bring in 10 people each. Okay? This is looking at it realistically from what I've seen happen time and time again. So you've got 14 people who bring in 100 each. You've got 86 people who average 10 each. Some of them won't bring in any. Some of them will bring in quite a few. So you've got 86 times 10 is 860. So on your second tier, you will actually have 2,260 people. Not the 10,000 that people will hype up for you. Okay? But you will have 2,260 people. And that is an average of 22.6 people being sponsored for everybody that's in your business. So you can say you introduce 100, the average is going to be 22.6, you're going to get 2,260 people on that level. Okay, so taking that figure of 22.6, let's have a look at what is realistic here. Okay, here we are again. We're taking that 22.6, so on tier 2 you would have 2,260 as I've explained, and if that was taken again, those 2,260 each introduced an average of 22.6 people, you would have 51,000 on tier 3. Okay, so there's 3 tiers that you could be paid through. The first 2 tiers, as a free member, you will definitely be paid on. There's no obligation to ever get involved and make any payments. But there will be an opportunity, for those who want it, to open up tier 3 payments by becoming a pro member. There will be other benefits as well, but that is an option, and it will be a paid option. If we look at this, your passive income would be 6% on tier 1. We're paying 6% of that 12%, or no, it's actually 50% of the 12%. But if we divide the 12% up, 6% is going to tier 1 commissions. It's hardly a commission because you're not going to be doing anything for it. It's passive income. 2% to tier 2 and 2% paid on tier 3, which once again, as I repeat, will only be open to paid members. But these first 2 levels you will get as a free member. There's no obligation. It's just a personal choice what you do with that. So what does that mean in terms of real money? We talked about each member being worth 43 cents as 1%. So each member on this level is worth 6 times that 43. So you would be getting 6 times that 43 times the 100 members that you have. We'll have a look at how much that is in a moment. On the tier 2, you would be getting 2 times the 43%, which is 86 cents for each of these members. And you would be getting the same 86 cents if you opt to get involved in Tier 3 on these members. So what is that worth in terms of real cash? Well, here we are. We've opened up the monthly potential cash in dollars. And 6 times the 43 times the 100 would give you $255 a month. Passive income. You're not doing anything. There's no tasks to be completed. This is based on the average of the business we're modeling. Will we get the same? We don't know at this stage. We might get more, we might get less. I think some of the tweaks we're making to what they're already doing will possibly enhance this figure, but we don't know, we're not sure. So this is based on the business that we are modeling. So just on your Tier 1, let's suppose nobody did anything, but you've gone out and you've introduced 100 members and nobody's done anything else. You would then be making $255 a month without doing anything further. Not a fortune, not going to retire you, but it would help most people, most families. An extra $200 would make a big difference to their standard of living. But if, as we saw, these 100 average 22.6 people each, on Tier 2 you're going to be getting 2,000 times the 43 cents times 2, because we're paying 2%, which is $1,900. So now from the 2 levels you're making over 2,000, $2,177 roughly. So that is very good. That's cost you nothing, absolutely nothing. It's cost you zero. You're not completing any tasks. All you've done is you've introduced 100 members, and on average they've introduced 22 members each, and you're now generating over $2,000 a month, which for most families is a life-changing amount. Probably not enough to quit your job, but you could always go out and introduce 200 people, and that would have a dramatic effect on the amount you are earning. Or you could decide to become a pro member, open up this 3rd level where you would be getting paid 43 cents times 2 times 51,000 and be making $43,000 a month just from that 3rd level. 51,000 sounds like a lot of people, but when you think that the business we're modeling has over 195 million people involved, and they're not even encouraged to do anything by being paid these sort of profit shares, that is very, very achievable. You add those up and you've got over $45,000 a month potential income. And that's why I'm telling you, go out now, make sure you set a target of at least 2 people a day. Bring at least 2 people a day into your business. We've got people that are going well over that. They're bringing in 5, 10 people a day. Just 2 people a day will get you 100 people in 50 days. And if these figures come anywhere near close, you're going to have the greatest lifestyle imaginable. Better than top producers in most other companies and organizations. This is an amazing opportunity for you. It is 100% free for levels 1 and 2. There will be a fee if you choose to open up level 3. Just go out, get your 100 people. God bless.